Fight fan, what's going on? So today I'm going to be breaking down, in my opinion, what is probably going to be the most exciting fight, most even match on the Berlanga and Shiraz fight card tomorrow, and that's the fight between Alberto Puello and Subriel Matias. Now, I'm sure a lot of you all are familiar with Subriel Matias. About a year ago to a year and a half ago, people were calling him the boogeyman at 140. Then he lost to Liam Paro, and then people were kind of like, oh, he got exposed. And, he came back, did well coming back, got a couple wins after that, lost to Liam Paro, but, he made him look human. And then Alberto Puello, I'm sure people are familiar with him because of the Gary Antoine Russell fight, which I'm a huge Gary Antoine Russell fan. So that fight, I was not happy, that he lost that. But I do think Puello deserved the win. One of the judges had a crazy score for that fight, but I think Puello should have won that fight by unanimous decision. To be honest, then he had a great fight with Sandor Martin. We know Sandor Martin gives a lot of people problems. Personally, I think he beat Teofimo Lopez. Judges didn't see it that way, so he didn't get the win. But Alberto Puello is the real deal. Now we're going to look at their records. We're going to look at their styles. I mean, Subriel Matias, his style is easy. He comes forward, high guard, and he's just trying to knock you out. When I was watching the Liam Paul fight, I rewatched it a couple of times, and it was funny because one of the commentators were saying that he had great boxing ability. I'm like, this guy just walks with a high guard, lets you hit his gloves, lets you hit him, and leans over something, and then just throws like huge blows. Like I wouldn't call that great boxing. He's not doing angles. He's not moving around or anything like that. He's just coming forward. And this is going to be a fight where if he really does have great boxing, not doubting that he does, he's going to need to show it against Alberto Puello because, Alberto Puello fought Gary Antoine Russell Jr., who is a knockout artist as well. And he's athletic and he moves. He can box. He can do it all. So let's go ahead and look at their records. So Alberto Puello is 24-0. Subriel Matias is 22-2. And then the favorite here is going to be Matias. He's minus 135. I'm looking at Tapology right now, by the way. I'm not on the Hard Rock app. And then Alberto Puello is plus 110. So you get plus money if you bet on Puello in this fight. Puello is 30 years old. Matias is 33 years old. The fight will be at 140 pounds. Puello is 5'9". Matias is 5'8". And Puello has a 70.9-inch reach. And Matias has a 71.5 reach. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that Matias had a longer reach than Puello. Okay. Very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and break it down. So Puello, he's southpaw, very very sharp. Throws great body shots, throws great uppercuts. I mean, he's a well-rounded fighter. He can fight on the inside. He can fight on the inside. Makes good use of his jab. He's not afraid to exchange, but he gets in exchanges responsibly. What I mean by that is he's bringing his hands up. He's not getting lazy. He's not throwing reckless. Matias, we already talked about his style. Extreme power. Comes forward and he hits very hard. He's looking to get you to engage with him so he can hopefully knock you out if you just stand there and engage with him and trade with him. But it's not like a one punch knockout power. It's like volume. So he's just going to continue to throw. He has great endurance and he'll throw for the whole fight. His thing is to wear you down, beat on you, and then ultimately get you out of there. Now, we got a southpaw going against an orthodox fighter. We saw Matias struggle when he fought Liam Paro, who is also a southpaw, and I believe Alberto Puello is, better than Liam Paro. He's gonna definitely be using that lead hand, and when he throws the three, which is gonna be that lead hook, he's gonna be able to just pivot completely around Matias because that's what Liam Paro was doing, and Matias was not catching on to that or cutting off the ring. So I think Puello will be, he'll box him and then there'll be exchanges in the fight. But I think he's also going to get some good body shots on Matias because Puello is he's not a little guy. He's not a small guy. So he definitely has a pop on his shot. Like I said, he beat Gary Antoine Russell, and there were plenty of times where they got in exchanges and Puello won that exchange. So I do think this fight will go to the decision. I honestly don't think there will be a knockdown because I don't think Puello's going to stand there and exchange long enough to give Matias a chance to knock him down or possibly knock him out. I just don't see that happening. And then Puello is a fighter out of the Dominican Republic, and he's trained by Salas. So anybody that's trained by Salas, I'm like, okay, I know he's a real deal. He has good movement, has great fundamentals, and he has some power on his shots. There's a lot of Dominican boxers now, well, that are Dominican boxers that are from Dominican Republic that are trained by Salas, and they are legit. They can crack. So I think Matias is going to have to respect his power. It goes without being said that Puello is going to have to respect Matias's power. So my pick for this fight, I'm rolling with Puello by a decision. Um, I think it will be a unanimous decision. I think he's just going to outbox him. Um, Now, actually, when I say unanimous, I think the fight will be close, but I think it's going to be like a 115, 113. I think these guys are going to, go back and forth, but I think the boxing ability of Puello is going to make a huge difference. Now, let me see what the odds are on the Hard Rock app, because I gave you all the odds, what they were on the Tapology. So while I pull this up in the comment section below, let me know who you all think is going to win this fight and what the method of victory will be. And for me, I'm not really a big believer in Matias. I think he was somebody that was hyped up, and they gave him this boogeyman title before he even started fighting the top guys at 140 pounds. So I think that now it's more like, okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a knockout artist, but he's not the top guy at 140 pounds. So sorry, the app had logged me out. I'm logging back in now so we can see what these odds are. And for this fight, I'm not going to bet on a winner, but I think I am going to bet. There's a prop bet on another app where it's under 1.5 knockdowns, and I actually no actually I already posted that in the post section on my channel. So if you go to the post section, you all will see what parlay I picked, and in that parlay I did under 1.5 knockdowns because I don't think that there will be two knockdowns in the fight. There may be one, but I just don't. If it's a knockdown, it would be Matias knocking Puello down, and if that's the case, he might end it if he drops him. But I definitely don't see Puello knocking Matias down. Matias he's tough as nails. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's find these odds. Okay, so on here we have Puello minus 120. So Puello's actually the favorite on here. Okay, interesting. And then Matias is minus 110. So almost 50-50, almost even money. Now let's see if we go to winning method. Matias by KO is plus 175. Well, by KO, TKO, or DQ. Matias by decision is plus 450. And I definitely don't see him winning a decision against Puello. Alberto Puello by KO, TKO, or DQ plus 475. And Alberto Puello by decision is plus 155. If I were betting on this, I would be taking Puello by decision, but I'm not because I think it's too close of a fight. And, who knows what the judges are going to be looking at here. Because, like I said, Matias is going to come forward. And with this whole Tom and Jerry talk, that might be what the judges favor for this particular fight card. Fight to go the distance. No is plus money at plus 105. Yes, minus 135. I think the fight does go the distance. Total knockdown. So over point 0.5 is minus 115. under point 0.5 is minus 115. With that one, I'm not sure, so that's why I used another app to do under 1.5 on the knockdowns, and that's it, again in the post section on my page on my channel. And then if we look at the round props, total rounds over 10 and a half minus 170. I like that bet. Under plus 140. Yep. Again, I like this fight to go the decision. All right, so I think this is going to be the most even fight on the card. This fight is going to be full of action. We got Puerto Rico versus Dominican Republic. I think these guys are about to really go at it. At the weigh-in today, they were just, I mean, they were talking to each other for like 5 minutes, and I speak a little bit of Spanish, but I couldn't hear what they were saying. But I saw them, and then the commentators were like, "Yeah, they're speaking Spanish." I wish somebody could have been translating what they were saying because they were talking for quite a while. So I think these guys are really ready to go in there and clash. All right, so let me know your prediction down below. Oh, and also I'm going to be doing my first live stream of a boxing card tomorrow. I'm just working on what streaming app I'm going to use and all that. I'm going to try to have that set up tonight. That way it's a smooth transition tomorrow and I'm not, going crazy trying to figure everything out. So please join the live stream. We watch the fights together. We talk, chop it up. I'm going to try to do these more often since we're getting great fights now. Thanks to the fights that Turkey Al Sheikh's putting on. Even Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions, they have a card going on right now with the women's boxing card, which I'm about to go finish watching as soon as I finish this video. So I'll catch you all tomorrow. Hope to see you all on the live stream. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Catch you on the next one. Peace.